guys, +1390 here, and welcome back to chapter 6 of my Gash Bell review, reviews, plural. So, just quickly, sorry about the camera angle, this video, just camera's being funny, but hey, it works. So, yeah, this chapter is fairly simple. Starts off with Kyo. Well, actually, it starts off with I'll call her Susie because I can't remember her Japanese name at the moment. Susie and that other girl with ponytails carrying equipment for the choir, and apparently it's heavy, and Kyo or Kiyomaru looks past and Mizuno, that's it, Mizuno, she noticed that he's been acting a bit mopey, a bit, yeah, sad and depressed lately, and he soon has like an inner monologue, basically saying that he's thinking about the fight between Zach himself and that other boy who looks like Zach. So soon after that, it goes back to a flashback where Zach confronts Kyo about whether he's the one who is able to fire lightning bolts, because all this time Zach had thought that Kyo had used some machine, or he'd been the one to fire lightning bolts, when really it was Zach. So there's that little flashback, and then we move on to how Kyo is wondering how he will console Zach, what he can say to him, etc, etc, and he seems to be taking this fairly badly, and then it sort of cuts to Zach being on some sort of high ledge, something high, and Kyo quickly thinks, oh, he might be trying to commit suicide because he's so upset. Because, and I forgot to mention, that he asked Kyo whether he's a monster, like that other kid was referred to as, and of course he says no, and then wonders what he'll say. But anyway, Zach is somewhere higher, and Kyo thinks he will try and commit suicide. So he rushes over to Zach, and just as he's about to get to him and tell him, no, don't jump, stop, he yells out, come forth lightning, or something to that effect, and it turns out he's on top of, I believe it's a flagpole, showing off to some neighbourhood kids, saying he can shoot lightning from his mouth or summon lightning, and obviously can't without Kyo and book, but Zach doesn't know that, so obviously the kids don't believe him, and then when he comes down and Kyo reprimands him, saying, what the hell were you doing, you idiot, that's dangerous, and Zach replies with basically, what's wrong with bragging, I'm so sure I'm better than these guys, why can't I brag and show it off, and I can shoot lightning, they can't. And then Kyo basically says, yeah, but one wrong move and that can be, lightning can be turned into a deadly weapon. So they get into a little fight, and then Zach says, get out of here, I never want to see your face again. And Kyo says, good. So he storms off, and then just like in the movies, it starts raining, and the neighborhood kids walk off, and it's just Zach, and some random dog comes up and sort of consoles him, and then Zach asks whether he's alone, and then there's this panel where he says, okay, you're alone, I'm alone too, and so there's that, and then then he says, oh, we can be alone together, and they walk off. And then it cuts back to Kyo at his house, saying, oh, doesn't he know how worried I was about him, and etc, etc. And then there's this knock at the door, and it's well, all we see initially is this woman holding a black spell book, and basically, because initially Kyo thinks it's like a door-to-door salesman or solicitor, something of that nature, but no, it's this woman with a black book, and she states, oh, I believe you know why we're here just by me showing you this book. So they put it, and they've got this sort of her and her quote unquote partner. I've got this very dark aura about them, and the kid basically says, look, we're coming in. And so with this really menacing face, I think maybe my thumbnail, but I don't know. So basically they come in, and then it sort of cuts to Zach and this dog, and they walk to Kyo's house, and he says, oh, do you want to go take over Kyo's room? And then he notices that there's shoes at the front door, and then he goes upstairs only to overhear Kyo and these two new individuals talking about Zach having amnesia, and then explaining to him what Zach is. He said he's one of 100 demon children sent to this world, and that's where the chapter ends. So it leaves on a I wouldn't say huge cliffhanger, but a cliffhanger just the same. Kind of explains how why Zach and the other quote unquote children are, well, I suppose they are children, they're just offended, but why he and the other children are so different from regular humans, and why they can do what they can do. So overall, pretty good chapter. I mean, the whole rain coming down just as Kyo leaves, I know it was to set the mood, but it was a little bit cliche, but overall it was good. Guess still haven't worked out rating system, but I suppose thumbs up will do. Cool. So this has been Blast1390. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.